We bought this 1970 something Corvette and we're gonna make a drift car out of it. It sat outside for 15 years and had not run. No doors, no windows. It is disgusting. So today, we're getting clean.
Cleaning floors, putting doors on, and getting a place for our butts to go.
We got the scrubber, we got the purple power. You're watching Original Miles. All right, time for some scrubbery.
I think one more scrub down, then we'll be in good shape, and we'll maybe we'll hang some doors while it's out here before it gets dark, so we don't have to walk as far with doors.
We're cleaning out the rat crap. We're cleaning out the rat pee. We're really getting all the things. Brett, is this, please tell me this was new when you got it.
It wasn't new.
Oh no.
It's just what I had.
Is this helping?
Can't hurt. But look, if you get this on your skin, it burns. Surely it killed anything that was on that breath.
What's floating in it?
I think dirt from the funnel.
Dubious instruments and suspiciously bespeckled cleaners aside, we started our work. Now, if you watched our previous video, you'll know that this interior was something of a problem. So, we set about cleaning it just so we could feel comfortable working on it.
All right, we're coming to you live from the Corvette. Still kind of smells like rats.
Normally you would be concerned about your wiring before you just hose out the inside of your car. But I got a feeling most of this is gonna go away anyways.
Outside of its obvious use in the porcelain arena, I found out that a used toilet brush is a great way to scrub away all of your friends' desires to ever hang out with you.
Hey, you missed a spot right there. Right there, you missed a spot, Brett. Oh. Yeah, I'd get those leaves right there too.
I was gonna hit it with a vacuum again.
Yeah, I'd hit that part right there. Let it wash right there.
I don't really think it's gonna get much cleaner till we like blast it or something.
No, this is it. This is as good as it gets.
Does everything still work? Oh yeah, still works.
Oh yeah. All right, Brett, door me. Door bolts here.
I got 4 already made up.
Oh. You put them somewhere where I can see them?
Right there.
Oh, there they are. Oh. You know, I was actually worried that these doors would be in better shape than the rest of the car, so I'm glad to see that they are not.
They're probably actually the worst part about the car.
That may be the worst part of the car. I think the worst part of the car is either the interior, the exterior, or the powertrain. Can't decide which one.
Are you asking my opinion?
I'm just stating, but I'd be curious to hear what you think.
Probably that Smog 350.
It's weak.
I don't know how you have a 5.7 that makes 140 horsepower.
It doesn't have enough power to mow the lawn.
It won't spin a tire. Get right there, hold what you got.
Back cone, back just a hair.
Which way's back?
Never mind. Pick that end up for just a second. Back to work.
He helps one time. That's how he acts.
Straight to my head.
If you've never mounted doors before, it's a deceptively challenging job that involves having the wrong sockets on your ratchets, fumbling the right bolts into the wrong holes, and working hard to ensure that your buddy sweats while constantly lifting the entirety of the door's weight with his back. Brett was undaunted by all of this, however, because he's a woman who knows his worth, and he would settle for nothing less than perfect panel gaps. History may be written by the victors, but video narratives are decided by the editor, so I'm going to cut out all the bits where I struggle to bolt this door on and go right to the part where at least a few of the bolts are loosely snugged.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
I wish you would really get it in.
Hey, should I go a little slower, actually? Would that help?
The door's not light.
Hold on, let me get, you missed the spot right here.
Ugh. That got all.
Oh, they get on your face? Sorry. From the bottom of my heart. Sincerely and genuinely, from the bottom of my heart.
He meant to do it.
My B.
Looks good to me.
I love it.
As good as it needs to be for a drift missile.
Yep. It's as good as we deserve.
If Jesse would hurry up, we'd put this side on.
Honestly. All right, door me. Hold on, Eager McBeaver.
Do we even need windshield wipers?
I mean, do we even need windshield?
I mean, I got a helmet with a visor. Do you?
No.
Oh, well then, yeah, you probably want a windshield.
Oh, I want a windshield.
If you'll tell me what you need, I'll help you.
I don't know what I need.
We know what you need, so.
I don't either. I need all 4 bolts to start, lest I get made fun of.
We probably should have ran tap through those.
Yeah, they, that one feels...
Send it.
Okay. That's 2 doors bolted and 1 whole car totally screwed.
You remember about a minute and 33 seconds ago when I said I had some of the bolts secured in the door? So I'm going to cut out all the bits where I struggle to bolt this door on and go right to the part where at least a few of the bolts are loosely snug. Well, it turns out I had basically none of the bolts secured, so it's time to fix that.
Let's see if I can get these started. Well, Brett's not looking. May need to... In fact, I'm just going to make the executive decision. I'm going to loosen the door and make him realign it so I can get these bolts in.
What are you doing?
Bolts? I wasn't backing off any bolts.
Why are you loosening those?
Well, there was a problem, Brett, with the bolts. I won't go into that. I won't bore you with the details, but there were some bolt issues to be
What bolt issues?
wherein I had bolts that would not bolt. I had to do a little finagling. But does it really work if you don't do it twice? I got the bottoms in.
Still very concerned with what you're talking about.
A lot of moving parts. I'll spare you the details. Am I missing a bolt? Hypothetically, Brett, how many bolts did you give me for this sun?
You had 8.
Yeah, 8. That's what I thought.
Now that the driver's side door bolts were all in their proper places, all I had to do was make sure the door was still aligned and it was on to the next task.
Oh, it looks even better than when Brett did it. Oh, it doesn't open now. JK.
It's pretty funny.
Ah! Feel good about that.
I think that's close enough on the doors.
Yeah, I think they look great. Well, they look.
Oh, they're doors.
As long as they keep us from catapulting out the side of this thing, I'm happy with it.
They're on the good enough list.
Yep.
Ah, crap.
What you need, buddy?
Jumper cables
Oh,
for our fuel pump. And that blanket, that's what I've been putting in before to not short out the jumper cables. Gosh, this is an uncomfortable seat.
this seems a bit precarious, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Brett, why are the jumper cables so long?
You never know when you need long jumper cables.
I can tell you when you don't need them.
Right now?
Right now.
With a clean interior that no longer resembled a witch's cauldron, we brought the car back into the basement for a good vacuuming before starting to mock up our seats.
All right, hear me out. Mirror. Right there. I like it. Little JDM touch. You got the JDM wheels, JDM mirrors. I think it'd be nice.
You know, just a little more room would be nice.
Hit the homeschool vape.
Old school fade. That's funny.
Oh, I'm ready to work now. Hey, you need this? What's this?
He's throwing that stuff in my basement. Now I gotta clean it up.
I'll go find it later. What is this?
Track. I really don't know what that is.
I found that Brett did his best work if I gazed at him like how Lucy watches Schroeder from the Peanuts. Unfortunately, it did very little to help with the fitment of the seats.
I seem to see an issue.
Yeah, I see a few actually. This is an issue. It also kind of looks like you're wearing the steering wheel.
I mean, I am comfortable with the steering wheel. I'm afraid you're not going to be comfortable. Is my head good?
No, not sort of. Yeah, if you lay completely flat on your back, yes, your head will clear.
I think we're good.
That's not a drift stance. That's a That's cruising with your girl stance.
But it's actually comfortable.
There's no way I'm gonna fit in there. Let me see.
You're not gonna fit. Up a little bit.
No! Ow! Ooh, that is a...
Yeah, that hurts.
That's a booger bear. All right. I feel...
Your head's sticking
I
out.
feel very tall in this.
It needs to go down a lot.
It needs to go down a lot. If we put a pedal box in here, I definitely am gonna feel like I'm squatting in the woods to take a dump. Because my feet at a natural position are already behind the factory pedals. And if we put a pedal box in here, I'm gonna sit here like, I'm gonna have to sit like this. I'm gonna look like a character from Wacky Races trying to drive this thing.
That's a pull.
Okay.
It's a reference. You like that, don't you?
Before we go any further, do we find a set of C3 seats and just call it?
Are they gonna be better?
They'll be lower. I mean, we fit in the C3 seats. We done rode in.
I didn't sit in the C3 seats.
You have sat in them.
I didn't want them to get their tentacles in me.
I sat in them.
Can I tell you something? It still kind of smells like pee in here.
You know, I got a whiff of it earlier.
We decided to lower the seats that we had rather than trying to replace them. Our first effort mostly involved pointing and staring at them from a moderate distance, but we eventually moved on to a circus parade of power tools until we found something that could make the seats fit. After a quick helmet test to make sure my colossal gourd would fit under the roof, we drilled a few holes to make it permanent, and we were done.
All right, that is our seat in. So we've got our doors, we've got our floors, we've got our seat for scores of passengers. What's next, Brett?
Next, we're gonna yank this old tired 350 and turbo 350 out and replace it with something much bigger.
Stay tuned.
Walking my own path, got that real style.
Original miles.
Never a copy, authentic profile.
Original